belongings under their chairs. We would also like to remind you that you have the possibility of getting wet. Thank you, and enjoy the show. And now, how about a nice round of applause for the host of today's show, Alex Ross!
Oh! How you guys want to have fun today? Yeah! Are you ready for blood and guts? Yeah! My name is Alex Ross. I'm the host of the show and my special guest all the way from LA. His name is Mark James. He's a creature creator, makeup artist. He's been in the business quite a while. Known him a long time. Very lucky to have him here. He's going to come out and explain what goes on behind the scenes when you're making a horror movie, which is extremely interesting. So we'll have a lot of fun. So let's make a lot of noise for Mr. Mark James. Let me begin. Here's Mark James.
Mark James.
Get off your butt. I hate mouth to mouth. Oh, you're not gonna help me?
I'll give you hand to hand.
Oh, thanks. I guess I'm gonna die. Enjoy the show. You're welcome. Karma, that's all I'm gonna say.
Are you dead?
I am now.
Let's hear for Mark James!
Hey!
Welcome back.
Thanks for inviting me.
You're welcome.
All right, as Alex mentioned, I'm a makeup artist and creature creator. That means it's basically my job to gross you out and freak you out and just scare the poo-poo out of you.
Now, I'm sure a lot of guys don't realize this, but Universal actually invented the horror movie as we know it today.
Right, and I brought along a clip of some of my favorite moments in Universal's legacy of horror.
But before we see this, now this one is used to it. If you're easily nauseated or you become frightened, just close your eyes.
But let your kids watch. Recreate some of the effects you saw on the screens here on the stage, and if we have time, and if you behave, I will. It's like babysitting a 5-year-old. Stop it! If you behave, I'll give you all a sneak peek at a project I've been working on for a new kids show.
That's what's behind the curtain?
Yeah, it's over there. Part of
Can I see that?
No, you can't see it.
Why not?
Stop touching things. Don't touch this or that or any of my stuff. Go out in the audience. You can touch them. Okay. Find me a lovely person whose family doesn't need them anymore.
A boy person or a girl person?
One of each.
One of each.
No, just get a nice lady.
Well, we never pick people that actually want to do it. They always turn out to be some kind of a freak. We're looking for someone who probably wishes they were in their car right now driving to another destination. Wishing I would. You just want to get away from your family. I want her. Let's do it all here. Yay! You guys take all right.
Perfect.
Let's hear for our volunteers.
Yay!
Stand on the platform. My name is Alice. Your name is? Natalie. Nice to meet you, Natalie. Natalie, this is Mark.
Natalie, nice to meet you. There you go. Natalie, where are you from? Georgia.
Natalie from Georgia!
Who are they?
My 2 sons.
2 sons. Hi, guys. Hi there, guys. Are we on video? Go ahead, take a picture if you want to. Hi, Georgia. All right. So you have a husband or boyfriend or both? You single? What's your story? You have a husband? Where is he? He's back home in Georgia?
No, he's here actually. He's visiting a friend that didn't.
But he didn't come here?
No.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to give you all the parts you need to make a new husband. You'll never know. All right. Unless he sees it on YouTube. All right. He's going to have 5 hands, so he's already more fun than your old husband. And he only has 1 foot, so you can take him to the IHOP.
No.
You can take him to the IHOP! Thanks. Follow me, Natalie.
On that one.
Lay those down over here. I got more body parts for you.
Now just drum with this stuff.
What is wrong with you? Come on, man! You're crazy! That was all your fault! Nice. People from Georgia aren't used to
You're
that.
scared the crap out of her.
I mean, maybe if you're from Valdosta, but sorry. Are you all right, Natalie? That's never happened before. So to make it up to you, I'm going to make you my assistant. Do you trust me? Good answer. Do me a favor, roll up your left sleeve. Natalie, I'm sure you're wondering, where do we get all those severed limbs? I'll show you where. Give me the arm.
No, not
Give me the arm! What are we going to get? Natalie! I'm kidding. I'm not going to hurt you with this big machete. I use a little knife. Can I see your arm? Please? Thank you. I'm going to take this knife, I'm going to cut your arm off here. No, don't worry, I'm going to leave you a good sized note so you can still text. This is totally fake, man, and you know that, but I need your help. Help me convince everyone here that it's real. So when I cut, I want you to scream like you're an actress in a horror movie, all right? So we're going to practice. I'm going to count to 3. You just scream as loud as you can. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I'm just like that. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Wait a minute. There are kids in the house.
You want me to cut a kid?
I want you to talk to the kids.
All right, I forgot. Gotta talk to the kids. Hey, kids! Listen up. All the knives and blades that you're gonna see on the stage or on the screen today, they're all fake, okay? Now, this is actually very important for everybody. All of the knives you'll see are dull like this, or they're plastic like this, or they're dull and plastic like the Kardashians.
No.
The genders are here. All right. All the gags that you're going to see today have been developed by professionals with years of training. So please, kids, don't try this at home.
Do it at your friend's house.
Don't do that.
Can we get a close up on Madeline?
Madeline, we're going to cut your arm off now. Now keep your arm still.
No, hold on to you so she pass out. You want to hit your head.
Just like that. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
You cut her arm! That's in her arm! Is it supposed to go into the skin?
I know it's not.
What should we do?
Take a picture. Oh, it's video. Hey, Georgia.
Madeline, does it hurt?
Yeah.
It does? Cut it all the way off.
There you go. Ta-da! Give her a big round of applause, folks. Good job. Totally fake knife with a retractable blade, like so. Cut out here for the arm, but we start with the knife retracted into the handle first. I start cutting, squeezing this blood bulb here, that's behind the handle. I'll let the knife catch on the arm, it catches, and then I pull the handle back to make it look like it's sliced into the arm. Here's the blood bulb. The knife is fake, Madeline's unharmed. Thank you, Madeline.
When you make a movie, you go through a lot of blood, eh?
Yeah, that's nothing though. On the film set, I'm going to go through buckets of blood. How many of you have seen the original Psycho? Or Night of the Living Dead? Popular movies are filmed in black and white, and because they're filmed in black and white, they use chocolate syrup to simulate blood. They did that because red looks gray in black and white. It doesn't look very creepy. But in color films, you obviously need blood that's realistic looking, and I'm old-fashioned. I like to get some blood that's freshly squeezed.
Ooh, where did you get a heart?
San Francisco.
No.
Somebody just left it there. Old people, explain that joke to the young people, please. And then I fill it with fake blood.
So right now that's full of blood?
Yeah.
Where do you get the blood?
I make it.
Oh yeah, is it a secret?
Not a secret.
Tell everybody.
You guys want to know how to make fake blood?
Yeah.
What you need is a quart of corn syrup, green pink bars, some red food coloring, a blue food coloring, and then you gotta mix it up. Mixing's very important. You really gotta be careful though, because this stuff is so bad for your skin. It might be toxic. I don't know. Oh, hi! Remember me? Karma! I'm so sorry, poor thing. Here, dry yourself off.
Oh, here's a dry towel here. That'll be $10.50. Now listen, the history of makeup artists at Universal, this goes way back.
This kind of work goes back to the 1920s with makeup pioneer Lon Chaney, known as the man of 1,000 faces. He developed his own makeup for classic horror pictures like The Phantom of the Opera and The Hunchback of Notre Dame. He was a great actor who truly suffered for his art. He put bleach in that eye to turn it white. I made that up. He did, however, wear a 20-pound rubber hump and a harness from The Hunchback, and that gave him some pretty bad back problems for a while. Now, we don't know how he did most of his work. He kept it a secret. But what he did sparked a horror movie craze that lasted throughout the 20s, went into the 1930s, and influenced another great makeup artist then by the name of Jack Pierce. He's the creator behind classic Universal Studios monsters we know today, like the Wolfman, the Mummy, Bride of Frankenstein, Lady Gaga, and Tom Brady. He worked tirelessly to bring creatures to life, even studied real corpses. They are the New England Patriots burying their hopes and dreams. Frankenstein makeup is a combination of rubber, plaster, mortician's wax, and some toxic grease paint. It took 4 hours to apply. Double that time for the Mummy. It took over 8 hours because of all of the makeup bandages and mud they needed to cover Boris Karloff's entire body. Universal has made some great monsters and some crappy ones. I love this guy from this island right there. Hey lady, you gotta get off this United Airlines flight. Beat it, Fran! Then in 1968, the industry was changed forever when John Chambers started using latex makeup on his actors during the making of The Planet of the Apes. Hey! Sorry.
Is that a car alarm?
Yeah.
Is there a car back there?
You would know since you peeked.
What do you mean I peeked? You told me not to look at it.
Yeah, you did it anyway. That's why the alarm goes off and the curtains moved.
Because it got moved.
By your hand.
No, something hit it. I opened it a little bit and I closed it.
What hit it?
A rock.
Dwayne Johnson's here?
No, a rock from the earth.
Dwayne Johnson's not from the earth?
I bet not.
You saying somebody threw a rock at my curtain? What? Ow.
Are you? That boy right there. Him, he threw a rock at the curtain, and then I looked at him, he went like this to me, he goes,
Did you throw a rock at my curtain?
Yes.
You did? I'm sorry I blamed you.
thank you.
And thank you for your honesty. There's the door, you little punk. What's your name?
Evan.
Evan, where are you from?
South Carolina.
South Carolina? Never heard of South Carolina. Is that near South Carolina? All right, Evan from South Carolina. You're what, 11?
No.
What?
10.
Whatever. Let's go. Okay, Evan from South Carolina. Just be safe for the rest of the show. Evan. I'm watching you like a hawk from South Carolina. See, this isn't Disney World. I don't have to be nice to the children here either. Sorry. I hate kids.
Just go back to what you were talking about.
Where was I?
Getting rid of your children. You were talking about Planet of the Apes. It was 1968, and then they used that playtex.
Latex!
What did I say?
You said playtex.
Oh, those are different.
Yes. They make different
Monsters.
talking about latex, different ways we can bring a creature to life. In fact, a lot of latex was used in the most recent version of The Mummy that was in theaters last year. We got some conceptual drawings here done in pre-production based on the star of the movie, Sophia Boutella, who played the mummy. There she is. And from all of those drawings, they made some sculpts, and from those sculpts, they made some latex pieces that were later glued onto Sophia's face, along with these tiny runic letters or symbols that had to be applied individually with tweezers. That was a painstaking process, and it took about 4 hours to complete, and we're only talking from the neck up. There's a lot more work. We have large silicone appliances with ink-infused glue embedded in them. They were necessary to show off the hundreds of runic letters that covered her entire body. That's how slow traffic is on I-4 now. Here are 6 makeup artists working at actual speed to make sure her makeup looked flawless. There's a lot of Red Bull that day. Sophia and her stunt double Lucy Cork went through this process dozens of times throughout filming. And all of their hard work and determination and a lot of Cirque du Soleil training paid off nicely. Whee! I think we're all inspired by great visionaries of the past, and I personally drew inspiration from who I mentioned earlier, John Chambers and Jack Pierce, and somebody who I haven't talked about yet, Rick Baker.
Yeah.
He's a legend in the industry. He's won 7 Academy Awards, 11 nominations. Men in Black, Harry and the Hendersons,
Grinch, Nutty Professor.
Ed Wood. His first Academy Award, that was a big movie. This one right here. Kids, what movie is this?
E.T.
Yep, there's E.T. He's back and he's pissed. Somebody said American Werewolf in London. This came out in 1981. Rick Baker's work in this movie, in this scene alone, was so innovative, he didn't just win his first. He won the first Academy Award for makeup effects. 82 was the first year for that category.
It's a great movie. If you've never seen it, go find it and watch it because you'll love it. But when you're watching that movie and the werewolf is growing, you see a lot of editing.
Right.
How was that accomplished 37 years ago?
I'll show you. I brought some stuff over here. Those effects, obviously decades before all the computer stuff we have today. So to do that back in 81, Rick Baker designed and built a whole series of these called change-o heads. He built a bunch of these for the movie. We're lucky to have 2 of them here. Now I took the latex off of this so you can see the understructure. This is fiberglass, and it's based on David Naughton's features, the star of the movie. Rick Baker would make these structures and then make these masks and stretch them over each and every one of these in different phases of transformation, all running on pneumatics.
Pneumatics, which is air pressure.
Simple air pressure, yeah, that's all that's making these pieces move is air pressure. Great details here like the airbrushing of the latex too, and porcelain dental appliances, and this is real human hair.
Is it real hair?
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
Well, it says it on the label. Kids from South Carolina. It is a real place.
Now, do you still use this practical makeup today?
This is still a huge part of filmmaking today, but you're going to see this combined with more great computer work, and I got another clip about that too. We're going to go back to The Mummy in pre-production, where they made what's called animatics. They're animated storyboards. Now, they're going to make these before they start shooting the movie. They give filmmakers an idea of how they want their characters to look. Now, when they start shooting, they're going to put the actor or actress in a suit. It's got a bunch of dot squares and triangles all over it. Helps cameras track their movements so that a digital team in post-production can morph, shift, and change their appearance. Now, that digital team, they need to work with the makeup artists. It's a great collaboration between old school practical makeup techniques and new technology, just to make sure that their work is seamless and flawless. Computers are great tools to use, but only when they're combined with the right amount of practical makeup work in there, like those guys and what you saw earlier. That, along with a great story and a great performance, I can stay employed and nightmares can come true.
That's it for Mark James!
Bye! No! You're not done?
You're hiding behind your curtain.
I forgot. I need your help.
What do I have to do?
I need you to put on this high voltage vest.
Electricity?
Yeah.
Half of my body's metal.
You help me out.
No, I know, but I'm not going to get shocked. I'll take that video.
Natalie! Natalie!
Natalie, get in! I'm just going to give you and your 2 sons a 3-day cruise.
Okay.
Brochure.
Here you go. This is for you. Okay, can you help me out? Put this glove on her right hand for me. All right. You can leave that unzipped. I'm going to put this on your head. Now you're a Power Ranger. What Madeline is wearing is called a telemetry suit. This will allow you to remote control a creature like a puppeteer. All right? So you stay right here and we'll bring up the puppet. We have a drum roll? Perfect, folks. Big round of applause for my girlfriend, Eddie!
That's for the children's show?
Yeah, Scooby-Doo on steroids. Ruh-roh. All right, Adeline, you have sensors that will pick up your movements and transfer them to Eddie. You're going to control him. I'm going to turn on the electricity. It's going to travel through these wires I got out of my neighbor's backyard. So it should still hold, but for a while you're going to be like, You won't remember that. When you wake up, you'll be back home and your pants will be wet. Let's take a photo.
Oh, wow.
I'm kidding. Here we go. It's for the insurance company. Hands to your side, okay? Relax. All right? Don't move until I tell you to. And if you do a good enough job, I will give you Evan. Timer's on.
Why the lights blinking like that? Something wrong?
No, that happens all the time. Did you feel anything? No? Me neither. I took a pill I found on the ground. Very slowly. Very slowly. There you go. See, you're controlling him. This is basic motion capture technology at work. We used this for the first time in 1993 for the first Jurassic Park. The T-Rex, same thing, just on a bigger scale. And he can bend the elbow like this, too. I like big butts. Do you like big butts? I do. Me too. Hi, kids! I'm Eddie. I live under your bed. All right, put your hand right here. Take a little bow. That's where the helmet comes into play. There you go. Then back up. And then put your hand down. Good job. I'm going to turn the vest off. And the power's off. Good job, Madeline. That was awesome. Thank you.
All right, Natalie, here's a picture of you and that crazy man for your refrigerator. That's it for Natalie! That's it for the monster!
Hey, girlfriend. Are you okay? What?
Are you okay?
I've been better. Thanks for asking.
That's it for my G!
Oh, my gosh.
You got more